All right, what's an example of a regular distribution? Ahmed, do you have your hand up?
Irregular distribution is the opposite. Instead of like being like far away, you'd be like closer.
All right, so can you give me a specific example of something that would be
Like
regular or
let's say
irregular?
the neighbor is moving in, that counts as an irregular distribution.
It would be more on the I want to think more around the organization of people.
Oh,
All right, can anyone help us out?
A regular distribution could be like,
Dante?
okay, like for example, cells like um a square on the grid or whatever it's called, but like in
Yeah, okay.
distribution, it's equal in every point, and then the points are all equal.
All right. So how should we don't touch me. Let's see here. I'm just having some trouble with my tech. All right. Just having some trouble with my tech here. All right, so a regular distribution. Okay, so I think Alex, you were kind of saying like a grid is usually organized in a regular way. Dante, you had some ideas too?
I have some ideas such as like a regular distribution could be like it could be like equals like if people like have a job or like a big grid.
Uh, Lloyd, do you have some ideas too?
yeah. So the population here is America, right? The
On, on
homeland
the
of the orange.
on the right hand side, that's the U.S. Okay, but I don't specifically need the United States, but you could say where the United States fits into this category. Is it
Yeah.
regular? Is it irregular? Is it clustered?
I would say that it's clustered. Know why? Let's because if we look up the general population of the United States, uh, and it uh, says around uh a million something people. Uh, that would uh, uh those a million something people would be scattered all around the place because they can't be in one city. Like the discussion, there
Yeah,
would probably be more people that live in a place in America like New York.
yeah, in a
Oh,
city.
I'm walking here. Than a place like Alaska.
Yeah, so even Alaska is a great example because Alaska also has cities. Okay,
Yes,
there are places in Alaska that are still cities, and that's where a greater number of the population lives. Okay, and then there's
yes,
also people that are spread out. Like it doesn't mean that everybody lives in the city; it just means that
yes,
larger portions of the population live there. Okay,
yes,
so in a regular distribution, that's where things are all kind of scattered all over the place. Okay, um, where it's a little bit more chaotic. So uh, Does anyone have an example of an irregular distribution? All right, can someone look up an example? If you don't know the answer, right, do some research. What's an
Wait, hold on. Did
example
you say
irregular?
irregular?
Yeah, find me an example of an irregular distribution for a population.
Hold on, I gotta go Google.
So an an irregular distribution would usually result in, for example, how we're distributed in the classrooms. Remember that example?
Yeah, an irregular distribution would work. So so being distributed out into the different classrooms, that creates a cluster. But inside the classroom, you might be irregular. Yeah, that works for me. Okay. So Dante, you had a comment?
I have an irregular distribution, like could be like high concentration in urban areas.
Yeah, can you find so so in the classroom would work, uh, or in a city. Okay, so lots of people live in cities. A city itself, though, usually has an irregular distribution, right? Because there's high-rise apartments, there's houses, there's condos. There's just different types of ways that we live that are going to change how the population lives in that area. So, in a classroom, in a city, if your classroom is organized in straight row desks where one person sits at each desk, what's that going to be?
It's going to be regular distribution.
Yeah, it's going to be regular. Okay, but in the case where it's not one person at each desk or where people are scattered, that's going to create the irregular. Okay. If all of you decided you were going to go sit in one corner in the classroom, it'd be a cluster. Okay, so hopefully those ideas make sense. So that's the end of the lesson. When I'm back in person tomorrow, we'll look at it and just few more details I want to go over with you. Okay. But overall, that was the main ideas that we wanted to look at. Okay. So maybe we'll start some notes for this lesson tomorrow on OneNote, and we'll discuss in a little bit more detail. Okay. But good job, everybody. I'm going to end our lesson just a couple minutes early, just so I can look after my daughter here for a moment. And I will see all of you again tomorrow.
Bye, Andrew.
See ya.
Bye, Mr.
Andrew.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good time.
Bye.